Yo guys, here I am. Yo Dawn Marathon. I just survived my first 24-hour run and hopefully and most certainly my last one. I just wanted to add this kind of run to my runner's resume and it was a big adventure. I try to keep it short, but I won't want to spare you some of the details because it was a fantastic experience. Now it's midnight, the day after the run. I slept almost the entire day because I started out at 9 a.m. in the morning and finished at 8:55 and finished at 8:55. So the plan was to somehow make 4 marathon laps of maximum 5 hours each and to stay at home 1 hour 20 minutes between each marathon. 1 hour 20 times 3, that's 4 hours, and 4 marathons times 5 is 20 hours, 24 hours. But of course it's impossible to plan such thing in advance, and it was completely different. I tried not to run faster than 6 minutes per k. I started out, and to my happiness I had the support of not only my wife with the food at home, because I intended to do each break after each marathon lap at home. To come up the third floor of our stairs, which is very tough after 42k, let alone speak after 126. So I came home after each marathon. Kevin, my friend, helped me on multiple occasions during the run. During the day, he came out after my start with a bike. Later, he came with on foot. He ran with me 10k. Then he came once again on foot to bring me some water and certain stuff. He supported me even with his own food and drinks. And in the evening at 10 p.m., if I'm not wrong, he came back again and ran another 9k with me, which was perfect to bring me through the day. So 12, 13 hours he was there, and it was very, very good for me. So after the first marathon, which I managed in 4 hours and 11 minutes, it was 5:57 minutes per k, but it was much too fast, of course. Then I came home and only stayed 39 minutes instead of my time limit of 1 hour 20, which might have also been a mistake. Back out, second marathon, even faster, 5:55 minutes per k in 4 hours and 10 minutes. I felt very strong after the second, but I knew in advance after the second marathon I would start to slow down, and it was exactly the way it happened. But the first two ones were, of course, way too fast. Second break at home was 51 minutes. Lose my muscles, ate something warm, everything was good. So I went back out for the evening session at darkness. Third marathon lap was in 4 hours and 45 minutes, which is okay, but I felt that I was getting weaker. The pace was 6:34 minutes per k, or 6, if I'm not wrong, I don't remember, but the total average was already 6:41 minutes per k. Yeah, the average was 6:40 minutes per k of that marathon lap, and the total average at that time was 6:41. It was shortly before midnight when I came home, and the plan was to run the first and the second marathon in the Vaporfly Next Percent. But to my surprise, I ran the entire run with the Vaporfly Next Percent, which is also a good point because the Vaporfly 4% Flyknit spoiled my foot during the 100k race, even after 20k. So this shoe is very good. It is a little bit more stable, even though it's had more cushioning, which is a paradox in itself. But so my third stop was only 29 minutes, and here's the huge mistake starts to unfold. I massaged my muscles a little bit, I ate something, and I wanted to rush back out to maybe make 200k, but the target was 168, so I was rushing for nothing and just spoiled my shape. And the main problem was climbing up those stairs to the third floor 3 times, which was the main reason why I got spoiled. So after the third break, I went back out. It was shortly before midnight, and I just wanted to start to run the fourth marathon lap. Boom, and I couldn't move no more. I couldn't run. So I said to myself, boy, keep walking. And I walked for the next 8 hours and 54 minutes, because I managed to run 15 hours and 6 minutes. That is the net running time. But I walked at 133 kilometers is when I stopped running. So I went out and walked for another 19 kilometers from 0 to 3 a.m. and it was very cold and I couldn't risk coming back again the third floor and take something warm from my home. So I had to, yeah, I had to make a decisive decision because it was very cold, the wind was very gusty, and I couldn't even walk no more. I sped up my walking pace to 34 minutes per k, and then I started getting slow again because I realized my muscles were cramping up. So after 152 kilometers, I just came home, and I said to myself, after 18 hours, you have to walk for the next 6 hours at home in your living room. So I managed to crawl up the stairs to the third floor and walk for the next 6 hours until my son woke up, who didn't want to go back to sleep again. And I managed to walk another 16 kilometers at home, and I somehow collected those 168.24 kilometers, which is roughly 4 marathons. I'm very glad for this experience. I hope to recover well soon. This was a stock run for the upcoming lockdown here in Germany, so I don't need to run for the next 14 days, even though I can't even run for the next 14 days. So, however, I will hopefully never do such thing again. Maybe one day I'll try to improve my 100k time, but the 100k it takes the same toll just as this 24-hour race, and it's not worth it to be down for 14 days, to be locked off. So what can we say before we go to sleep? I would say I'm looking forward to my next marathon in the autumn, and I have to watch out for my son who needs to sleep now. So guys, have a good night and stay tuned, stay strong during the lockdown, and be safe. Your Dawn Marathon. Oh, look.